name is Paige. I'm a 29-year-old office employee. I'm now pleased and fulfilled at work and in my personal life, but my sister Briella, who's 2 years younger than me, is giving me a hard time because she keeps stealing my things one after another. Only mine! She never does from my parents or her friends for some reason. When we were little, she always stole my dessert and toys. In high school, she stole earphones I bought with my part-time job's first paycheck and a bag my mom gave me. It was always something expensive and rare. Even my parents scolded her. She would just ignore and not care at all. Other than that, she's so selfish that my parents are troubled by her. There was one time when I had enough and asked her something like, "Hey, Briella, why the hell do you always steal my things?" Then she said, "Whenever I steal your things when we were little, I had this sense of pleasure running through my body and a feeling of superiority over you. I felt like I had everything more than you and what you wanted, and it felt so good, yeah." She said something so disgusting. "Oh, right, guess what? There's a guy named Riley in my class, and he confessed to me that he fell in love with me at first sight. Seems like he's moving somewhere, so he must have taken the plunge. Since he's fat and a nerd, I was grossed out and said no in like a second." Seriously? You are such a terrible person. I can't believe you. After graduating from high school, I went to college in Boston to be free from her. Life without her was so peaceful and I loved it. I made friends and a handsome, caring boyfriend named Benson and was enjoying my campus life. We continued dating after graduating college, and believe it or not, he proposed to me at the same time he got promoted to section manager. I was already in my late 20s before I knew it, so I was so happy that I got engaged to him. I decided to take him to my parents' house to tell them that we got engaged one day. I, of course, didn't want to see Briella, so I told my parents, "Don't tell her that I'll be visiting with my fiancé." So we went at a time when she was likely out. While we were all having a friendly chat in the living room talking about how we met and stuff. "I'm home!" Oh no, Briella came home earlier than expected. Crap, why? Just why? I was gonna hang out with my friend but didn't feel like going, so I canceled it. Huh? Who's that? Oh my god, is that your boyfriend? She began to press her body against him using a wheedling tone of voice while clinging to him. "Please don't tell me that this biatch is trying to steal my fiancé away too." I had this really bad feeling, so I took Benson's hand and decided to leave that day. But the following week, he suddenly called me to a cafe saying that he had something important to tell me. "Hey, what did you want to tell me?" After sitting down at the table where he was already sitting, he opened his mouth.
"Sorry, but I want to break up with you."
He suddenly said that he wanted to break up. What? It was too sudden, so my mind went blank. I could feel tears welling up in my eyes. But then he decided to say something even more outrageous.
Briella found my social media page and sent me a message saying that she wanted to meet up because she had something serious to discuss. Since she's your sister, I agreed on that. And as we were talking, well, I ended up falling in love with her. I'm so sorry, but I love Briella. I want to be with her for the rest of my life.
I couldn't believe what he just said. Briella really stole my fiancé away from me. Wait, why didn't you tell me about this? Also, didn't I tell you all the terrible things she's done to me in the past?
Briella told me not to tell you. Anyways, you said that she's a disgusting person, but she isn't. She's adorable, and I want to protect her at all costs because of her kindness and fragility. What?
Don't you know that you're being deceived? I couldn't bear the overwhelming anger, so I got up, said goodbye, and stormed out of the cafe. After leaving, I immediately blocked Briella and Benson's ID. After telling my parents that Briella stole Benson from me, they cut ties with her. They even told her to get out of the house, but she showed no remorse, ignoring them, and started living with Benson soon after. Then a year later, Briella sent me a message on social media, saying, "I'm going to marry Benson," with a picture. I should have blocked all her social media accounts, but she had the nerve to make a new one and rub it in my face. I, of course, immediately blocked the new account without replying. Then, one day, a few months later, I got a call from an unknown number. I was ignoring it, but I thought it may have been work-related, so I picked it up. But... Hello, Paige! It's me, Briella! What? How did you... I actually bought another phone. Anyway, guess what? Benson and I are in Saipan now for our honeymoon. I love it here. Just to let you know, he was promoted to manager. Ugh, he's so amazing. The wedding was extravagant. I really wish that you, Mom and Dad, were here for reals. This biatch is bragging about how her life is like a celebrity. I don't care. Don't ever call me again. I was so pissed off. Since then, I've been taking out this anger, working desperately to try to erase my past, especially with what happened this year. I didn't want anything to do with Briella anymore. Then, a few days later, when I was standing alone in front of the station... Oh my, is that you, Paige? What a coincidence! Oh God, why is she here? I can't believe that she's right in front of me now. After coming home from Saipan with Benson, we decided to visit here since we both wanted to come. I didn't know that you lived here. Hey, are there any dating spots around here? Can you tell me some? I'm going on a date with him after he comes back from the bathroom. Don't come near me! After trying to walk away from her... What? Why? Hold on! Then she grabbed me by the shoulders. Get off of me! I'm happily engaged right now, so don't ruin it! I also have no business dealing with you. What? Engaged? Seriously? She probably didn't expect my response because she looks very confused. Then... I bet it's some kind of lame-ass nerd. Sorry, but no one could compare to my perfect husband. At that moment, a man came over saying, "Sorry to keep you waiting," with a bright smile. Then Briella said, "Oh, well, you're handsome." And then she did the usual talking in a wheedling tone of voice. Oh, isn't this the perfect chance to give her a taste of her own medicine? After thinking that, I decided to do something immediately. I wanted to get revenge for what she's done in the past. I want to see her crying, envious face. I need to do it now. Look with those rotten eyes at the happiness I have now. Something you can never take away from me, even if you want to. After putting my arms around him, I said, "He is, right? This is actually my fiancé." Right after telling her the truth, her face instantly changed. What? She screamed with her eyes wide open. Are you serious? Your new fiancé is better looking than Benson, but I bet his earnings are lower than his. While she was sweating and muttering to herself, I showed her a picture of the condo where we live now. He's the CEO of a big company, and we live here together. Love it. CEO? After screaming that, she said, "Grr," and stomped her feet a few times. Then she pulled him away from me and wrapped her arms around his. Don't you think that a strict girl like her is boring? I wouldn't be. You'll have fun every single day if you're gonna be with me, I swear. Then she pressed her body against him just like what she did at my parents' house. But that creepy cutesy act won't work on my fiancé. Too bad. And just as I expected, he got mad and said, "Don't touch me," and shook off her arm. What? I'm brighter and more beautiful than her, so dump her and be with me. She was so desperate that it was hilarious. He grinned at her attitude and said,
Hey, long time no see. It's me, Riley. The guy who confessed to you in high school and got verbally abused by you a lot?
What? Riley? Really? Yes. Riley is the CEO of a company that we do business with, and at the time, I had become a workaholic saying, "I've had enough of love." One day, I attended a party with the upper ranks with him present. At the time, I found out that we were from the same hometown and became friends. Then I was shocked to find out that he was the same guy Briella had told me about a long time ago who she dumped because he was fat and gross.
I was very hurt by your words, so I studied hard, did sports, and worked hard to show what I could do. And I was able to get to where I am now. I also got to meet Paige, so thank you.
Seems like she still can't believe that it's Riley in front of her. She's frozen.
I must have been blind at that time. No matter how you look at it, Paige is more beautiful than you, both inside and out.
He said it so bluntly that I couldn't help but burst out laughing. My stomach hurt from laughing so much. Briella was shocked, and at that moment,
Hey, Briella, I just saw everything.
Benson came back from the bathroom.
We're newlyweds, but you're flirting with another guy? That's a divorce. Don't come home.
Wait, Benson! No, it's not what it looks like. While she was mumbling to herself, Benson turned around and walked to the station. No, I don't want a divorce. What should I do? Mom and Dad cut ties with me and I don't work because I live off of Benson's money. She was trembling and her face turned completely pale in an instant. You got what you deserve. You act impulsively, taking things that belong to me, which lead to situations like this. Then Riley and I looked at each other, smiling. She collapsed on the spot and began to cry and scream, shedding so many tears that it looked like a river would form. After that, she and Riley officially divorced. Her life as a celebrity changed completely, and she started working part-time, but she'd never worked properly in her life, so she was fired after a few days. Looks like she's been changing jobs for a while, but no luck. I heard she's living in a cardboard box on the banks of a dirty river somewhere. Benson is also having a hard time. Apparently, in revenge for his divorce, Briella revealed that he had been embezzling company funds. It seems like this was to fulfill her wishes of having an extravagant wedding and honeymoon. Even though he had plenty of money, I guess it still wasn't enough to fulfill her wishes. Benson was fired from his company and is now being taken care of the police. As for me, I'm happily married to Riley. My parents were so happy for our marriage that they were crying. I left my job to become a full-time housewife, and I'm spending every day with my kind and reliable husband. Here's today's dinner. Skewers, Dharma style. Is this okay?
Yep, looks delicious. I have a quiz. Do you know which eye Dharma should be painted from?
I know about them, but not too much. I give up. Which one?
There's no particular rule, but it's common from the left. In some areas in Japan, it seems to be customary to write the I on the left and the kanji kanao on the right.
I see. Wow, I didn't know that. I have to buy one next time. I'm going to wish to have a healthy baby in the future. My name is Paige, 27 years old. I'm not married yet, but at this age, all of my classmates are getting married one after the other. The other day, I received a wedding invitation from Alora, my best friend from school days. I met her when I was in middle school, but I would say that we weren't very close. She was outgoing while I was non-existent, so I didn't have many opportunities to talk to her at the time because I didn't get along with the cool group that she was the leader of. I was a bit shy and I couldn't keep up with them, so thinking that, I was wondering whether I should go or not because it was weird of her to invite me. What should I do? Thank God I still have time to think about this. Wondering what to do and not answering, I suddenly got a text from her a few days later. I wonder. Hi, is this Paige? Yeah, Laura? It's been a while. How do you know my ID? I asked a friend. Anyways, did you get my wedding invitation? Yeah, a few days ago. You're attending, right? Sorry, but I haven't decided yet. What? I'm inviting you, so you have to come, okay? Wait, let me guess. You think you're going to be out of place since it's going to be extravagant. What? That's not the reason. It's not surprising for you to think that, since you were so lame. I think even now. What? Excuse me? Oh, don't you dare wear a cheap dress to my wedding, okay? Hey, I know that you do, then you're coming, right? What? Wait! You seem like you never attended your friend's wedding, so I thought you wouldn't know the etiquette. I have been invited to my friend's wedding before. I see. See you there. Wait, hold on. I haven't decided yet. I need to check with my company since I'm busy now. Hello? Alora? She then ignored my text messages after that and never replied to me. Well, there's no way I could say no now, so I guess I'll go. So I ended up deciding to attend Alora's wedding. It seems like several classmates I had not seen in a while were attending, and when I checked my schedule, I found out that it was my day off from work. But at that time, I never imagined something terrible like that would happen there. On the day of the wedding, I arrived a little early and noticed that there were only family members there. So since I didn't have anything to do, I explored the lobby. Then, a beautiful woman who was wearing a fluffy white elegant dress and a tiara-like hair accessory, probably in her 20s, walked towards me. She had such beautiful features that I couldn't help but stare at her for a while. I looked like a total creep. Anyways, she seemed to be looking for someone because she was looking around restlessly. I was worried that she might step on her dress and fall, so I decided to call out to her. Please watch your step. You look gorgeous, by the way. Huh? Oh, thank you very much. After saying that, she bowed to me and quickly left. I don't know her at all, but I saw a board which had the names of the other brides on that day besides Alora, so I thought that she must be a bride from another wedding. Shortly after she left, Alora showed up. When she saw me, she approached me while grinning, holding in her laughter, and said, "Paige, you're here!" "Hey, yeah, Huh? I am not surprised you showed up wearing that. You're the only one giving a gloomy vibe in here. You definitely can't get married for the rest of your life." That's so rude. If you want to get married, you need to become as glamorous as me. Take a good look. Glamorous? Sorry to say, but isn't that dress too fancy? Like, the color looks so poisonous to me. Shut the hell up. Huh. You don't know anything about fashion. This is normal nowadays, actually. Don't be saying that when you're wearing that. God. I had enough of her making fun of me since I saw her and was about to snap and say something back, but saw something surprising happen soon after. Someone suddenly came running towards Laura from the hallway behind her, heels clacking on the ground. When that person came closer. Huh? Isn't she that person I met earlier? When I was thinking that, she delivered a powerful kick to the back of Laura's knees. Ah! Being kicked from behind with heels, Alora screamed and lost her balance. She then stepped on the hem of her ridiculous-looking dress and fell flat on her face onto the ground. When she got up, one of her front teeth were missing. She must have hit it when she fell onto the ground. Hey! What have you done to me? I will forgive you, you sick bitch! Her face was red with anger, and she tried to grab the woman's arms. But she stepped on the hem of her dress again and fell once more. This time her dress got torn and it became a miniskirt. It was hilarious. I burst out laughing, but the woman didn't laugh at all and started to yell at Aurora. Where the hell is Cash? Are you trying to be happy by stealing him away? Then, a moment later, Alora's fiancé, both of their parents, relatives, and other guests from both families gathered around hearing the commotion. Everyone burst out laughing when they saw her grandmother-like face. Even the groom was laughing hard, holding his stomach. Then the woman turned to everyone and started to yell. I got engaged to this guy first. What? Seriously? The groom and Aurora turned completely pale. Cash is the manager where I work at, and we promised to get married next year. Then, that woman over there started coming to work and stole him away, even though she knew we were dating. Say, don't you dare lie! So the bad guy here is Alora? Yes, she actually bragged about it to me. After hearing that, everyone started to murmur. Oh, I see. Wow, I feel like I'm watching this ugly drama now. Yup, she told me. Cash is going to be mine soon. In your face, bitch. After that, he told me to break up with him and that I didn't need to come to work anymore because he was going to marry her. That's so horrible! I was upset and went back to the store later on and found out that she'd been hired as my replacement. So I went in there to try to confront her, but she suddenly slapped me and even poured beer all over me. After such a thing, I couldn't keep quiet. Wow, I'm sorry you had to go through that. So that's why she went Super Saiyan with that kick from behind. Now I understand. When I turned around, I could see the groom sweating and panicking, and Alora still wouldn't shut her mouth even though this was happening. So I approached her and said what I wanted to say. You seriously haven't changed at all. Still looking down, belittling and hurting people. Shut up! I've had enough. I'll become her lawyer and defender. I'll make sure you get the punishment you deserve. What? Lawyer? Yeah, I'm actually a lawyer now. No way! So, are you really going to help me with this? Yes! I've been troubled by her for a long time, so definitely. I'm expecting a lot of appreciation from you. Just kidding. Hello. Faith! How will you do this to me? I'll make you and that scumbag pay compensation. You guys better be prepared. I immediately met with her parents, explained the situation, and decided to take disciplinary action against those two. She was able to get compensation from both and even annulled their marriage. I'm sure they would have had a hellish life ahead of them. Serves them right. Then, a few days later, Alora, whose life had become so chaotic, called me. I know that you're still contacting that bitch. What's her number? Are you talking about my client? Yes, that bitch who ruined my marriage with him. My life is also ruined because of her. I want to take revenge, so tell me her number. If you contact her without permission, I will take legal action. What? You're mad, but you're the one who started this. Hey, I heard everything from her, and it seems like there are a lot of things you and that scumbag could be sued for. You two are so horrible that I could just be rich by you guys. Seriously, I love my job. What? Well, I'm pretty sure that you'll get a call from court soon again. Bye! What? Wait, what do you mean? I heard her panicking, but I hung up on her. By the way, it seems that the woman I helped found a new job, and last week I received a beautiful preserved flower with a card saying, I bought this with my first paycheck. It's so pretty that I'm thinking of putting it on my desk.
My name is Sam Stewart. I'm an office worker, and I'm turning 50 this year. My wife, Molly, and I are of the same age. It's been 25 years since we got married. We're living together with our only daughter, Anna. Our 23-year-old daughter moved from one part-time job to another, and she still asks for an allowance from me. My wife and my daughter are very close, like they're best friends. They go shopping together, and they travel quite a lot together. We finally paid off the mortgage on the second-hand house that we bought. I'm very happy with my life. That's what I want to say, but I live my life every day far from the happy life that I've been dreaming of. During one of the dinners with my family, my tension ran high when an advertisement on TV came up.
Mom, I want to experience the new attraction of the amusement park!
She's starting with this again.
That's a good idea, dear. How about we go together next week? We'll probably walk a lot since that place is huge, so we need to buy new shoes. Great idea. Let's go shopping for shoes tomorrow. With that said, can I have 10 notes?
What? 10 notes? The 10 notes she's talking about is Benjamin Franklin. My wife has always been a shopaholic, so I'm the one who manages our finances. Every month, I hand out living expenses plus my wife's allowance. But when she needs more, she always begs for more like this. I willingly give her more money occasionally, but these past few months, she's been asking for extra money a lot more, so I've been declining her requests lately. But if I don't give her the extra money that she wants, she gets cranky, and it's quite annoying. I don't have an extra $1,000. You should economize and save up money.
What? How do you expect me to save money when I only work 3 days a week at my part-time job?
In that case, she should add more shifts. My daughter's very lazy, and I know that she's skipping work, even though she only goes to work 3 days a week. I'll be retiring after a few more years, you know. You'll be in trouble if you don't save up from now on.
Why are you being so stingy? You can't even make your wife and daughter happy? You're a useless husband. It's that attitude of yours that's hindering you from getting promoted from head department to a higher rank. Mom, why did you even marry this guy? This ATM is just a nuisance if we can't get money from him when we need to. I married a man with a meager salary. I'm unlucky when it comes to men.
Hey, how could you say that? I work hard every day for the two of you and—
If you say that you're working for our sake, then give us the money. Yes, that's right. Don't you want to see your precious daughter's happy face?
You are precious to me. That's why I don't want you to have an extravagant habit. You're an adult now. So if there's something you want, you should work and pay for it yourself.
What? How dare you say that to your daughter? You're a bad father. Very stingy.
This is a typical conversation we have on a typical day, so I can't really say that I'm happy. However, I still think that I shouldn't spoil them, so I showed them tough love. Maybe that's the reason why they hate me. Sometimes, when I come home from work, my wife and daughter go out to the diner nearby to eat without me. A few days later, while I was at work, I received a call from the credit card company. I was informed that my card was used to purchase 4 tickets for the amusement park. The operator also told me that there's a person who's trying to buy another set of tickets to the same amusement park, including payment for a hotel reservation. The credit card company was suspicious that my card might have been stolen and misused. I told them that I didn't think my card was stolen, so they said that they would take care of it as soon as possible. But wait, did he mention an amusement park? Could it be that my wife and daughter— While I was thinking about my card being used, my subordinate Paige came to my desk to talk to me.
Mr. Stewart, about what we discussed yesterday. Oh my, you've gone pale. What happened? Your facial expression looks like your red card has been stolen.
Huh? What? How did you know?
Whoa, I got it right. But if your card has been stolen and used, there's a guarantee, right? I don't think you should worry about it that much. There's no need to be so down. So I'm guessing there's actually another reason why you look beat.
Huh? Actually, Paige is a standout presence in the company, and I was aware that she takes on the problems of other employees in the company. I'd be lying if I said that I didn't hesitate to talk to her about my family issues when she's around the same age as my daughter, but I felt like Paige saw right through me. I told her about my wife and daughter's shopaholic habit with their extravagant spending, and she thought that the misuse of my card might be the actions of my wife and daughter. So I ended up confiding with her.
Is that so? I see that you have your own set of problems, Mr. Stewart.
Hey, you think my problems are amusing?
No, sir, not at all. I just find it a bit suspicious.
Suspicious? What do you mean?
Their wasteful spending has significantly increased in the past 6 months. Also, don't forget the fact that they bought 4 tickets. It sounds fishy to me. They might be hiding something.
Hiding something? What could they possibly be hiding from me?
Well, I know a lot of things, but not this one. However, what I can do is investigate this.
Huh? Investigate?
I owe you a lot, Mr. Stewart, so please allow me to return the favor.
Just like that, I ended up relying on Paige to handle this matter. I didn't use that credit card a lot anyway, so I took this as an opportunity to cancel my account. However, this action made my wife and daughter furious. I'm home. Lately, neither my wife nor my daughter greeted me back when I arrived home, so I muttered to myself. However, my wife and daughter marched towards the front door.
Sam, why did you make your card unusable? We can't go to the amusement park because of you. You don't want me to be happy. You're the worst father.
What? It happened all of a sudden. I didn't understand what they were talking about right away. I felt shaken up and panicked.
We already made plans for the amusement park. We need allowance for the tickets, transportation, and hotel. Give me 20 Benjamin Franklins.
What? 20 Benjamin Franklins?
Hurry up! Hand me the money!
My daughter grabbed my bag while demanding money from me. What? Just calm down for a moment. I took my bag back immediately. We do not have that kind of money. If you want to play outside and do what you want, work for it and earn the money yourself.
It's just normal that as my father, you pay for my expenses.
You're already 23. You can't keep relying on me. And as for you, Molly, if you start working part-time, You can easily save money to spend on your wants.
What? I'm doing the chores and managing the household. I'm also taking care of our child.
Anna is not a child anymore. She's a grown adult. I work full-time while also doing the laundry, the dishes, and cleaning the house. You should work at least once a week.
That's not possible. How dare you underestimate how busy being a housewife is? I shouldn't have married such a very stingy man.
Very stingy? You know what? I'm thinking of quitting my current job. You never know what will happen in the future, so I want you to economize and save up.
What?
The management of the company I'm working for is having financial difficulties, so
What? You're just kidding, right? How dare you make such an important decision on your own? You should have consulted me.
I'm just considering it. I didn't quit my job yet.
You're an ATM with no money. You're useless. Get out of the house if you don't have money.
What?
That's right. Get out of here.
My wife and daughter tried to kick me out of the house. Hey, wait a second! Please, listen! I'll explain!
Get out of here! Get out of here!
The two of them pushed me out of the house and shut the door closed. I didn't understand what was happening, so I asked them to let me inside the house. But our neighbors seemed to hear the ruckus and saw me outside, so I immediately went somewhere else instead. When I called my wife on the phone, she kept on asking for a divorce, and she even told me that she didn't want to see my face ever again, so I had no choice but to stay at a business hotel for a while. 3 months later, my wife and I got divorced after she kicked me out of the house. As for the distribution of the property, we agreed that the house be given to my wife and daughter, while the deposits and savings remained mine. My long married life came to an end, and today is also my last day as an office worker.
Mr. Stewart, I investigated the issue we talked about.
Huh? What issue?
The one about your wife and daughter, sir.
Oh, that. Don't worry about it anymore. Actually, I got a divorce.
Oh, is that so? But I still think this will help you in one way or another.
Paige handed me a very thick envelope. When I looked at the contents inside, I was shocked! Written on the paper were truths about my family that I never knew of.
Whether you use this information or not, it's up to you, sir. If you want to go through it thoroughly, I will, of course, help you.
Paige, I might be able to make my wife and daughter regret kicking me out of the house with the help of these documents. But honestly, I didn't want to get involved with those two anymore. Thank you, Paige, but I think I'll refuse to get involved with those two again.
So that means you'll beat the hell out of them, right?
What? No!
I know, I was just joking. But if something happens, let me know, okay?
Just like that, I decided to keep the evidence that I might be able to use for revenge. 1 year later, I was fully accustomed to my new life now, and I was enjoying my days alone. When I stepped out of the building to buy something, I heard someone scream. It was my wife and daughter who kicked me out of the house. The two of them looked shocked when they saw me.
Did you just step out of that condominium?
Huh? The condominium that my wife pointed to is this huge high-rise in the middle of the city. After I got divorced, I moved into there. Because I live here now.
What? Why are you living in a high-rise? You're unemployed. There's no way you can afford to live in a high-rise. You're probably doing something shady.
I worked very hard and bought this place. I am a company president after all.
What?
The two of them looked at each other, shocked by what they were hearing. That's when Paige and her older sister Phoebe arrived.
Mr. President, I came to deliver your wallet because you forgot it at the office. Just as predicted yesterday, today is the day. And it happened just now. What great timing. Who are these people?
Paige is my former subordinate at the previous company I worked for. She's the one who suggested that I start a company. And that's Phoebe, Paige's sister.
My sister predicted that if Mr. Stewart starts a company, his business will do well. And just as my sister predicted, he's doing great with his business. By the way, my older sister has a sixth sense.
By the way, I quit my previous job to start a new company with Paige.
What? In that case, you're not an empty ATM. How dare you hide the fact that you were gonna become a company president? That's so unfair!
Huh? They're the ones who kicked me out of the house while I was trying to tell them.
I can see it, I can see it. I can see that even if Mr. Stewart told you that he will start a company, the two of you will not believe that he will be successful. Big sis, not just the future? You can see the past too? I can see two gentlemen. Huh? What is wrong with that woman? What are you saying? Big sis, can you see something aside from the two gentlemen? The two gentlemen are around them, and whoa, I see other men wearing suits, and also... Wait a second, so what if we went to a host club? What are you trying to say? It's not like I cheated on him. What's wrong with going out with my daughter to see good men? That's right!
Phoebe didn't mention them going to a host club. They're exposing themselves.
No one's saying that it's wrong to go there. We do think that it's a rare case for a mother and daughter to go together at a host club. A host? I don't think it's a club, is it? Oh, I see. They're being rejected for something. Work? Welfare? Oh my, did you sell your house?
What? You sold the house?
What? How did you know? Because that's my sister. So that's what happened. You sold your house to receive public assistance, but you were rejected.
What? A year after we got divorced, they asked for public assistance? You gotta be kidding me! I was expecting them to work and earn more money after the divorce, because I wouldn't be supporting them financially anymore.
What? Stop blabbering about what you don't know about. We already sold the house and we were hustling on our way to submit the application. But, well, I guess there might not be a need to do that anymore because Dad is the president of a company and he lives in a high-rise. This is the best a daughter can ask for.
Huh?
Great idea. We'll move in right away. I will take care of you again, so make sure that you give us money when you need it, understood? I want at least $2,000 every month. Really? In that case, I think I'll ask for $3,000 every month. I can afford to be luxurious compared to welfare.
I was in so much shock that I was speechless. That's when Paige started showing gestures with her hands. Square? Huh? Take it out. Ah, I got it! Looking at Paige's actions, I remembered the results of the investigation that Paige handed to me last time. This is the right time to show those two.
Darling, don't you feel lonely living in this huge condominium alone? As your beloved pretty little daughter, I'll move in with you.
I happily decline.
Huh? Why? How could you?
Oh, give me a break. You already have the reputation as a mother and daughter visiting a host club. The reason why you tried to purchase 4 tickets for the amusement park is to plan an outing with your favorite host from the host club, right? What's worse is that when your plan went to waste, I couldn't use my credit card anymore. And since I can't give you any Benjamin Franklins anymore, you blamed me because you couldn't go to the club anymore.
What? But how did you know that? I saw it with my sixth sense. What? There's no way! Oh my! You probably already know by now, but my older sister can see everything. You can't hide anything from her. That's why it'll be a waste if you hide your secrets. You've got to be kidding me. So does that mean you also know that I cheated on him with the host of a club? I see everything.
What I learned from the investigation results by Paige is that my wife was having an affair with a middle-aged host.
So what? Of course a handsome host is better compared to my very stingy husband who does not get promoted to an even higher position. That's right, what she said. That's enough, shut up! A very stingy man who doesn't get promoted to a higher position? How dare you call him that when he became department head at his previous company and he's now the president of his own company? You call him an ATM that doesn't give you any cash? This man saved money up for both of you and he was trying to teach you a lesson on how to be patient and endure. How dare you keep accusing him of those things and say whatever you want when you don't have any idea of the stifles that he went through? Who in the world are these people and what's wrong with them? Listen carefully! Benjamin Franklin's are not for you to take from him, but instead you're the one that needs to pay for it. I'm talking about the alimony for your affair. But we're already divorced, you know?
Didn't you know that infidelity claims can be requested within 3 years after the divorce? I learned this fact from Paige, though. You work at a snack bar 3 times a week, right? So I'll make sure that you pay it.
What? Why do you even know these things? I can see that too. That's enough! I've had enough! I won't rely on you anymore! We'll see if someone on benefits will have to pay alimony. Are you thinking that you'll be able to receive support if you submit the application even if you have a job? Of course they'll process it and we'll receive support. After all, there's no way anyone will know that I work at a snack bar. I will steal money from the country as much as I can. As the president of the company, you will pay a high amount of taxes and have your efforts come to nothing!
Whoa, what an outrageous statement.
I see, so you're attempting to work fraudulently. By the way, both of you have been asking who my older sister is. You seem to be curious about her, so let me tell you. This is my older sister, Phoebe. She works in the life support department. What? In other words, she's one of the people who decide whether you get a public assistance or not. What? So does that mean?
You already shared too much, including your fraudulent intent, before you could even submit your application.
What? So what about the public assistance? I can't go see Shane with just the money I'm currently earning.
I don't care.
If you try to receive the money illegally, we will thoroughly deny it, so brace yourselves. Oh no, we even sold the house already. What are we going to do, Mom? I can't go see Tim anymore. Shut up! You should put more shifts into your week, too. You're still young, so you can work more hours and earn more. What? What kind of a mother makes her daughter work at night? It's even stranger for a daughter to use her mother's hard-earned money for a club.
Both of you are hopeless!
Oh no, what should I do from now on?
After that incident, I demanded alimony from my ex-wife. It seems like the man she cheated with casually met her to receive some money, but at the price of having to pay alimony to me, he was furious. Just as expected, they severed their relationship. My ex-wife's plan to sell the house and receive public assistance was a failure. My daughter started working again after that, but she never changed her habits. She still uses a huge portion of her salary for a host club. Both of them couldn't control their bad habits and behaviors. They ended up in debt just to go to the host club. They seem to be in a pretty bad situation right now. When I think about how I would have been dragged down with them had I not gotten a divorce, I'm thankful that they kicked me out of the house. After that dramatic episode of my life, work is going smoothly for me, and I'm living a very happy and fulfilled life.
Mr. President! One of the staffs is getting married next month. How many Benjamin Franklins should I put in the envelope?
That's wonderful news! Give them 10 Ben Franklins.
Understood! Also, I have a very important thing to tell you.
Huh?
Starting this year, a new bill will be produced. It won't be Benjamin Franklin on the bill anymore, but a new guy. So I was thinking that maybe we should change calling it the Benjamin Franklin, but the new guy.
Huh? That's the important thing?
What are you saying, Mr. President? It's a very important thing.
Alright. In this company, we will continue to call them Benjamin Franklins despite the change.
Understood, Mr. President.
I'm very happy to be able to work in such a pleasant and fun workplace.
My name is Paige. I'm a 28-year-old housewife. My husband, Mark, and I have been married for 4 years. We don't have any children yet, but we're still so in love with each other. We spend our days together like newlyweds.
Paige, thank you for always packing bento lunches for me. Thanks to you, everyone calls me a very happy husband who's lucky to have you as my wife.
Really? Your colleague said that? I'm so happy. I might be a housewife, but I won't be lazy with my duties. I will continue to make our home a comfortable place for both of us, and I'll continue to make delicious bento lunches for you.
Thank you, Paige. You're the only one I love, now and forever.
I know, me too. Thanks, Mark. Mark and I communicate our feelings to each other like this. We have a very happy and healthy relationship. Not to brag or anything, but I think I'm the happiest woman in the world. But I've been thinking lately of wanting to have a baby soon. There are times when I look for the right time to tell Mark about this topic, but he always ignores and avoids talking about it. That day, too, I tried to talk about adding a new member to our family soon. Hey, Mark, my friend from high school contacted me. She told me that she gave birth to a healthy baby girl.
Is that so?
Yeah, apparently her husband dotes on her baby girl. That ever since their baby came into their lives, he goes home immediately after work.
Is that so?
That same friend asked me when I'm planning to have a baby. I had no idea what to answer her. If we're blessed with a baby, which do you prefer? Mark, a boy or a girl?
I wonder which. I haven't thought about that. You're still in your 20s too, so I'm sure you haven't really thought much about having a baby soon, right?
Well, yeah, I guess. But, I've been thinking lately, though.
Really? Well then, let's talk about that next time when we have plenty of time to discuss it.
Just as I thought, he's trying to avoid this conversation again. When I talk to him about thinking of having a baby soon, Mark mostly replies with just, really, or is that so? And our conversation comes to a halt. While my friends from high school and college give birth to children, I feel left out and like I'm missing out on something. But despite that problem, my husband and I are happy together. We continue to have a good relationship, so I can't really say strongly about the topic to him. While I was thinking about this problem, I received an invitation for our class reunion. I decided to join the reunion, so I won't be home for one day. On the morning of the day of the reunion...
Good morning, Paige. You're going to your class reunion today, right? You'll come home tomorrow, so you won't be coming home tonight, right?
Good morning, Mark. Yeah, that's right. I won't be home tonight since the reunion will be held in my hometown, so I'll be staying at my parents' house, so I'll probably be back at around noon tomorrow. Should I cook dinner for you before I go?
Don't worry about me. I used to live alone when I was in college. I used to cook for myself, so don't worry. I'll be able to feed myself. More importantly, since you always take care of everything every day, have fun at the reunion, okay?
I will! Thank you! So I put on my makeup and wore my favorite clothes and attended the reunion. We updated each other on our current status. We talked about raising children and problems with our mothers-in-law. It felt so refreshing to talk to them again and share our struggles and happiness. We talked up a storm. In between food and drinks and conversation, I messaged Mark because he might be worried about me. That's when my best friends, Mary and Yasmin, sat next to me. Are you texting your husband again? Yeah, my husband is quite an anxious person. That is why I make sure to message him every time I get a chance to. This is what my husband and I have been doing since we got married. Huh, is that so? I'm jealous. You've been married for 4 years now, but you're still acting like newlyweds. You're right. I'm the only woman for my husband. You're talking too fondly of your husband. I wish my husband talked about me like that too. You're right, Mary. Paige is so in love. I can't help it. But the two of you look happy too. I'm thinking of having children soon, but whenever I try to talk to my husband about the topic, he avoids it every time. What, really? Yeah. The other day when I tried to have that conversation with him again, he said that it's too early since I'm still in my 20s. Huh? Really? That sounds a bit fishy to me. Right? I think that sounds suspicious too. Huh? What do you mean? It was a casual remark I made, but Mary and Yasmin looked very serious when they said that it was suspicious. I had no idea at all what they meant. Could it be that your husband is cheating on you? Don't you think that's a possibility? That's the first thing I thought too. Paige, are you really all right? Something really smells fishy here. What? There's no way my husband is cheating on me. He always prioritizes me and loves me just as much as I love him. Also, he tells me every day that he loves me and that I'm the only one for him. Guys say those words all the time. It's very easy to say that, but that's not what we're talking about. That's right. What are you prioritizing right now, Paige? Huh? What do I prioritize right now? Well, I guess I want a baby soon. Yep, that's it. But your husband doesn't try to have a conversation with you about that topic. So I thought that he might not, That's what I think so too. I think I just heard the last thing I wanted to hear. That's how I felt after that. Actually, the three of us were thinking of hanging out more together. But I felt very anxious after hearing what my best friends told me. So I didn't stay at my parents' house, but I headed straight to him instead. As I was running towards the closest station, I received a message from Mark.
Paige, how's the reunion? Are you having tons of fun? You're probably hanging out with your best friends at a different venue by now. I already ate dinner and took a warm bath, and I'm about to head to bed.
Yeah, that's right, I'm hanging out with my best friends.
Got it. Don't drink too much, okay?
That's how our chat went. If you think about it without suspicion, it might sound like a very kind message from a concerned husband. But since my best friends Mary and Yasmin told me earlier about what my husband might be doing while I'm away, I can't help but be suspicious about my husband. I managed to hop on the last train of the day and headed home. I hope there's nothing for me to worry about. The anxiety welling up inside me is probably just nothing. I'm probably feeling a little nervous because of what my friends told me. My man would never do that. There's no way. There's no way in this world that my husband would cheat on me. With those thoughts swirling in my head, I slowly opened the front door of our house. However, the moment I opened the door, the first thing I saw was a pair of pink heels at the entrance. Of course, I was shocked because they weren't mine. I slowly tiptoed into the living room where I heard voices. Hey, are you sure your wife won't find us out? What if her schedule changes and she comes home tonight?
Don't worry about that. My wife told me that she's still with her friends. Besides, the last train already arrived, so I'm sure she'll stay at her parents' house tonight. Everything's fine. There's nothing for you to worry about, Kylie.
Really? If you say so.
Besides, you're the only one that I love, Kylie. You know that you're the only one for me, right?
Yes, I know. I have a family too, so we won't have any problems as long as we continue the relationship like this. This is what I hear from the other side of the door. Based on what the woman said, does that mean she's married too? So that means it's a double affair. I was so furious that I wanted to kick the door open and obliterate them. But despite all these emotions raging like a storm inside me, I somehow managed to keep calm and think of an idea. I won't miss out on such a huge opportunity for revenge. By acting out my emotions and impulses in the moment without thinking about the consequences that follow, this is why I decided to let Mark swim in the water for now, and I slowly tiptoed back out of the house. Of course, I bravely took a video of the two of them having an affair, but despite the evidence and the bit of leverage over this situation, I still can't believe that what Mary and Yasmin had suspicions about was true. I'm so ashamed of myself right now. I can't believe that I believed Mark with all my heart and I ended up getting my heart broken. I can't believe he deceived me. I stayed at a hotel that night and I worked out a plan. The next day, I asked for that woman to be investigated. I learned that the woman's name is Kylie and that she's 33 years old and married. What shocked me the most was that she works as a clerk in the same company as Mark. What's more is that Kylie's husband works in the same company as well, and her husband is actually Mark's boss. The more evidence I had, the more I thought that the revenge would be worth it. The next day, I arrived home looking like I didn't know what happened the night before. My husband has no idea that I know what he's been doing. He acted like how he always does.
Paige, how was the reunion? Did you have tons of fun? You haven't met your friends in a long time, so I'm assuming you had plenty to talk about and had a lovely conversation.
Yeah, that's right. I had lots of fun. I also received great advice from them.
Huh? Advice? About what?
Oh, don't worry about it. It's girl stuff.
I'm so happy that you're home now. I missed you so much. Having you here at home is better than being here alone. Thank you, Paige. You're the only one for me.
Well, thank you. He has no idea that I know what he's been hiding. I prepared everything, so you better brace yourself. Then, on Saturday of the same week, I gathered all the evidence I had, and I walked into the living room where Mark was sipping coffee. Mark, can I talk to you about something? It's important.
Huh? What's the matter, Paige? Did something happen?
Yeah, actually, on the day of the reunion, I saw it.
Huh? What did you see?
I saw you making out with a young woman in this here house.
What?
Honestly, I was very shocked when I saw what you were doing. You told me that I'm the only one for you, and I believed those words like my life depended on them, but when you told me that you don't want to have children yet, was it because of that woman? I mustered the courage to ask him about it. I hoped that he would apologize and explain why. I was expecting some kind of explanation. Was it a spur of the moment or whatever? It didn't matter what anymore. I just wanted an explanation from him. However, the words that came from his lips were words beyond my imagination. That bastard. just when I thought he started speaking, he started saying something outrageous.
You found out? Well, I guess there's nothing I can do about it now since you already know. An affair? It doesn't matter anymore, right? We're living in an age of diversity.
Huh? What are you saying?
I see. If you already investigated on this, then I won't waste my time defending myself. Now that you've found this out already, how about we make this an official affair and let everyone know, like a harem marriage?
What?
We're living in the 21st century, so I think it's something to be considered.
Oh my gosh, I think I'm slowly becoming stupid just by listening to this stupid man speaking. What's worse is that he doesn't show any remorse. Because of that, I guess it means I shouldn't have mercy on him at all. Now that that's decided, I will make his life as miserable as possible. He and that woman too. That sounds fun.
I know, right? By changing the way you think, you can view an affair as a lighthearted game.
As Mark continued talking like a moron, the doorbell rang. Ah, it looks like we have a visitor.
Huh? A visitor? Who could it be?
I'm here. What's up, Mark? You wanted to see me? Why is your wife here? Ah, hello, welcome, Kylie. We were waiting for you. What? Why? What's happening? Both Mark and Kylie had a blank expression on their faces. They don't seem to understand what's going on. Of course, they don't have a clue what's happening because I'm the one who invited Kylie over using Mark's account. Oh, sorry for the confusion. I'm the one who invited you here. Both of you have been communicating through your computers and not by phone. When you scheduled the dates, you might have deleted your messages, but I guess I have higher computer literacy than both of you combined. It seems that you weren't thorough enough. Wait, what? But... I asked you to get investigated, but it seems like you're married. And your husband is working in the same department as Mark. You have a family, but you're doing an adulterous act. I wonder what the consequences might be. What? No, it's not what you think it is. We just did it on a whim. I'm sorry. Please don't tell my husband about this. I'll be in trouble if he divorces me. Whoa, this woman is crazy. She expects me to not tell her husband when she's enjoying herself with the affair? Who does she think she is? Well, I don't intend to forgive them both, even if they apologize. It seems like what you're saying and what my husband told me don't click. Whose words should I trust? Huh? Well, what do you mean? How can we possibly have different statements? Oh no, dear, they're completely different. That stupid moron was very proud to say that he was having an affair. He even suggested that it be made official since we're living in the 21st century. Isn't that right, Mark? That's what you told me earlier.
Huh? What? Me? Did I say that? I don't remember.
Well, I don't have any plans to make it official ever, and I plan to demand alimony from both of you and make sure you pay for it. After I said that, Kylie gave me a serious look and said, All right, understood. I will promptly pay the full amount. Just please don't tell my husband about it. Beg you, please don't. Kylie cried while she apologized again and again. Well, this is a serious matter, and my anger is so strong that I won't forgive her that easily. Besides, they're already going to hell, so I'll slap the reality in the face. Well, I received your apology, but unfortunately, not everything can be resolved by an apology. Also, it seems like you were a bit slow to realize that you're incompetent. I already reported everything to your supervisor.
What? My supervisor?
Yeah, of course. What did you expect? Also, I already sent the results of the investigation to your husband. It's probably arrived by now. He is probably very furious right now. What? My husband? Why? Oh my god.
Paige, you did what? You're just joking, right? Because if you do that, what will happen to me?
Huh? I don't know, and I don't care. Oh, and one more thing. I forgot to tell you, but I already reported to your mother that we're getting a divorce. She was very upset and angry when I told her the reason. Mark, she'll probably disown you as her son.
Wait, what? You already told my mother!
Anyway, let's discuss the rest through our lawyers. I'm not at fault at all, so I will make you taste the worst punishment. You better brace yourselves.
Paige, please don't dump me like that! You're the only one I love! I beg you, please don't leave me!
This bastard proudly admitted his affair and even suggested that it be official. But now he's begging me not to leave him? What nonsense! That's laughable. After that, I did what I promised to do. I demanded alimony from them through a lawyer. As for Kylie, her husband demanded alimony from her too, and they got divorced. Kylie married a wealthy man, but she now has to pay the price of the affair and she's divorced. Karma finally got to her. Both Mark and Kylie were fired from their jobs. Plus, they're in debt because they had to pay alimony. They borrowed money from different loan sharks. As a result, both of them are now working in a strange factory, working there for the rest of their lives until they pay off their debts, and lived happily ever after. I made a hefty amount of money from the alimony that they paid me, so now I'm a little wealthier than before. That is why after the divorce had been settled, I decided to go meet my best friends Mary and Yasmin to thank them for their wise advice. I decided to treat them to lunch today because were it not for them telling me about what they thought, who knows, I might still be with that bastard without a single clue that I'm being cheated on to this day. Hi Mary and Yasmin, long time no see. How have you two been? By the way, thank you for the advice you gave me last time. Paige, are you all right? I heard that you got divorced. I got the news too. I'm so shocked. Tell us what happened. Well, you guys gave advice during the reunion, remember? Both of you were right. My husband was cheating on me. You two were spot on. Really? I knew I was right. It was so obvious. And did you demand alimony? You shouldn't compromise, Yeah, don't worry about that. I made sure my ex-husband and the woman paid alimony. They both got fired from their jobs. My ex-husband was disowned by his parents and his relatives. Rumors say that he's working 24/7 to pay off his debt. Is that so? All I can say is that karma finally gave them what they deserve. Like they say, a friend in need is a friend indeed. I truly am grateful to the both of you. Thank you very much. We are relieved that you feel better now, but we're still in our 20s. This is just the beginning. You might meet someone new, Paige. We're rooting for you. Thank you, Yasmin! I will definitely find someone better this time. Thank you for watching! What kind of crazy people will we get to see next? Stay tuned for more!